The recent outing of the House of Chiefs of the Southwest region, calling on President Paul Biya to stand or to visit the region or to launch his campaign in that particular region, has caused a lot of pains in the minds of many Cameroonians who have been wondering and thinking that what is the position of traditional chiefs or what is the position of local leaders in Cameroon. Many have been thinking that 42 or 43 years of President Paul Biya in power have never been anything short of than looking at positions or ways to stay in power. And this has been rendered worst with our traditional tools or tools being used as agents of political propaganda. In some weeks ago, chiefs gathered in Yaoundé and gave the same memorandum asking the President of the Republic to stand. Today, it is the turn of the Southwest region, which is coming equally months after the House of Chiefs of the Northwest region equally wrote a letter, or what they call a motion of support, that President Paul Biya should still stand again. What has become of the position of the chiefs in Cameroon? What do they really understand who they represent or what they represent? It is again shocking that it's coming at the time when many Cameroonians are thinking that it is 8 years after the Anglophone crisis. Such letters, such appeals, we have not seen the same institution written to the head of state. Does it mean now that there is no distinction between the chiefs and the local leaders? There is no distinction between the chiefs and political parties or party politics. Today, it simply represents again that many traditional rulers in Cameroon have become members of partisan politics. Is there no way we can come out of this mess? Or somehow we think that political opinions are equally opinions of chiefs? A chief was meant to stay in his palace. That has indicated for so long and for now that many Southern Cameroonians believe that the lone apolitical chief of Fondom in Cameroon is that of Fond of Bafut, who has decided to stay in his palace and never to display for any political meeting. Can Cameroonians learn that those who called chief yesterday are no longer the chiefs we have today, and that many of what at any time that what they do is seeking for their own stomach or belly politics? It is going to be very difficult for us to distinguish between who is a chief and who is a member of a political party, because yes, some people will say it is their right to have political opinion. If that becomes the case, then there is a need for us to have another law that guides traditional chiefdoms in Cameroon or traditional rulers in Cameroon, or who becomes of such a political position, which means that we should equally know that chiefs should be called upon to make a choice. This is what we have seen of recent with the outing of President Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. That has asked those Burkinabés who think that as chiefs they can go into politics. And so you have an option to be a chief or to be a politician. We must choose. And if you have chosen, then learn to stay in that lane. It is either you represent the people or you represent the political party. This has undermined a lot of issues which many people have been thinking. How does a chief really represent his people in the atmosphere of political manipulation that he or she is equally trying to negotiate for its own political cake or political income? It becomes difficult if chiefs are supposed to equally be allowed to mingle in politics. We go into areas where we have social difficulties, social conflict between the indigents or a particular area with the state. How will such a chief or traditional ruler mediate? In fact, in the words of Barrister Agbonkomo of recent with his outing, have said the mingling of political leaders or traditional leaders into politics might cause a whole lot and might destroy the very foundation under which the traditional chiefdoms were made. So is there no need, is there no reason for the state to address such issues, and that it really undermines the rights of the grassroots communities? If power belongs to the people, there is a need for the chiefs to stay away from politics and instead assist in the local development of their areas, and why not lobby for the interests of their various community which they represent. It is again sad that for 8 years, the same assemblies have been unable to urge President Paul Biya to look for a sustainable solutions in the problem-stricken or havoc in the Northwest and the Southwest region. Are we not Cameroonians? Are we not tired of seeing people killed or businesses interrupted? It has become very difficult that the chiefs today think that their political interest has overshadowed their traditional rules. We need to understand who is a chief and how was he nominated. Some people have even guessed that if now chiefs can mingle into politics, can we equally start throwing the position of a chief in position in part of election? That meaning to be a chief, you should be elected by your people, so that we know that the chief in itself was a political decision, and so he has the right equally to mingle in politics. But the right option will be that the chief should stay in the palace and allow politicians to do their politics. So if you are a politician, do politics. If you are a chief, you remain a chief. We are crying and thinking that it's again sad that in the very region which we have fighting for 8 years, sustainable solution will mean in a more modest order, the chief would have been elected to ask President Paul Biya to step down. 43 years is too much of a period, and I believe the chiefs themselves know the truth, that the center of the New Deal can no longer rule Cameroon. And making propaganda of launching election in the Southwest, we don't know how much that will contribute. So all these actions are not actions of the people, but the private actions of the belly politics of the chiefs. Such chiefs are not only shameful, but a disgrace to the people they represent.
Indeed, the chiefs have become mere commoners and royal beggars. These are people we accorded lots and lots of respect in the past. Today, some of them have abused the throne, that which was given to them by the Fons. Fellow Ambazonians, ladies and gentlemen, when you want to destroy a people, touch their culture. When you want to attack a people, touch their culture. La Republic knew this very far. La Republic will already know and sing, say, if he touch our culture, it will actually touch we very badly. But we don't come for time, we don't understand the dynamics. Una dey see how we chief then they gather, say this they support Pobia, 100 years old man, may still be president. So-called fund them, they gather. So when they even go say title themselves for get money for put them for their pocket. Gone are those days where fund or chief be the remain now only for a chiefdom or a palace where people then they go. Gone are those days where people they come up from far away distant only for come visit fund. Gone are those days where for see fund for outside, it been an easy thing. Today, it don't become a mere common issue. If you even salo phone on hand, say you toast your hand, when I dey for bar, when I drink mimbo, phone drunk self talk anyhow. What a shame. Then when they can't tell we say, we no fight back for restore our culture, we no fight back for restore our tradition and custom. Thing the way we grow up, we see them. Thing the way we part them believe and for we, the gods then they on our side. Yes, they dey on our side, and we no go leave them. Thank you, Mr. Ako John Ako. And I dey tell our people them, I tell the people in Southern Cameroon say we get a culture, we get a custom, we get a tradition. Chief them no supposed for take part in politics. Chiefs are not supposed to take part in politics. Listen and listen good. Chiefs are not supposed to take part in politics. I am not coming here to say that chiefs should come and support Ambazonian struggle. Get me and get me clearly. I've always been vocal on this particular aspect. We expect chiefs and funds to stay neutral, stand only for their people, which is justice. Whoever, there are two sides. It is Ambazonia and Southern and La Republic. If na Ambazonia do wrong, the chief go point out. If na Ekelebe, La Republic do wrong, the chief go point out. But today, when you see how we chief then against, I will tell una say, truly, we get for fight the thing, we take am to the end, because chief they don't become political campaigners. Chief they don't become a political tool where they use them, because La Republic we know very well say we be so attached to our culture, our custom and our tradition. And whether way they struggle everywhere, now for touch them for the leader them. If any fish one rotten, it is start now for a head. And whether when I see them, they go start with that chief and that fund them, and all they don't mess up. So one day they still there, yes, not true. But most of them, they don't mess up. But when you tell them say they go mess up, remain na only with them. That mess go smell now with them. You know, go cross for we, because go ginger them to the end. Shake no day. Now when you watch this kind of video, then the more and more reason that why you get for no say, put power, we take the thing go reach for boya. May God bless you. God bless Ambazonia.